Canna Brothers Podcast.
Everybody got a choice. Check. The old me with the rock everything moving, but nowadays I'm just in the everything music. Higher than the saint or an airplane usually. Only those who do be cooking from the things I'm doing. 211 tools and weapons, no one else can do it better. The try me then never watch, knowing you would never. I got it hot from the summer like a woolly sweater.
I feel like I just went on like a whole journey with you, homie.
Bro, it is so worth the bro once it works, is it not worth it? It's worth it.
100%, man. Like I didn't even get to a chance to introduce you or me, and we just went ahead and trauma bonded.
Yeah, man. So, well, it is nice to meet you, my friend. Would you like to do the pleasure of introducing yourself?
Yeah, man. I'm Jay Diesel, and why? I'm both the most normal motherfucker and the weirdest guy you'll ever meet at the same time.
All right. It's very, very nice to meet you. Tell me some things about. So, what have you been doing with this plant and in this whole game of cannabis, my friend? Where did you start? Where did it begin? Let's go there. Let's start there.
I mean, it goes way back, bro. Like, I mean, cannabis has always been at some level in my life. Like, I remember like 3 years old, bro, like finding like some plants in my dad's closet and shit. You know? We're talking 1982, 1983. Oh, yeah. I got some years on me. But no, man, like I'm a medical patient, I guess, first and foremost.
Salute to that.
And so, you know, I came to New York in 2016, and when I was in Michigan, you know, they already had like a medical program there. And they did not have one in New York. So I came to New York. Yeah, I came to New York for a job, and I basically when I moved here, I had like a Girl Scout cookies plant in the front seat of my moving truck. Yeah. But so I started to grow, man, because I needed meds, and you know, I wasn't from around here, so it was like, you know, hard to find. There's no dispos.
I know that's right. Back in the day, you could forget it.
Right. So, I mean, unfortunately, yeah, it was only 10 years ago. It feels like yesterday, but a lot has changed, man. Like, I ordered seeds from Amsterdam. I had to like mail cash and like have them sent to like a fake P.O. box. While I'm sitting there shitting my pants, dude, for like 3 months waiting for these seeds to land in my P.O. box. Hoping there ain't no like FBI van parked outside the post office that day.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a lot of anxiety and a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. Remember Nirvana seeds?
Yeah, man.
You remember those people?
Yeah, I bought the ones I'm talking about was from Amsterdam marijuana seeds, AMS.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was lemon ice. I still fuck with it today.
Yeah, you had to literally mail cash. What the fuck? You know. It was out of control, bro. Huh?
It was out of control. It was out of control. Nobody should have to do that, you know. And so that was kind of like when I started growing. It was all just personal, man, meds. I didn't want to go breaking the law, you know, worse than I already was. Ain't trying to find no plugs, you know. And
I know that's right.
Yeah, so I just took a liking to it. It was rewarding. Like the garden to me was a little bit of a kind of like a project. Like I'm a technical person, you know. I do IT, and it was like figuring out all those little subtle things that you had to do to get that shit right. You know, that challenge is kind of like it was inspiring to me, you know, to overcome that shit.
Shout out to you, Track-On. It's you were like a legend around here, man. What have you done to regain this name?
What are you talking about, man?
A lot of people told me like you should interview Jay Diesel. Oh, you're getting him on the podcast, blah blah. Like I don't know names, but at least 5. Yeah. What have you done?
Well, I mean that's a good question.
Yeah.
So I set out to fix that problem, man. Like getting access to genetics. I feel like if you're a medical patient, you should have access to good genetics, and they shouldn't cost an arm and a leg.
That's right.
And in the old school genetics, the reason I fuck with the old school genetics is because they have that punch. And I'm not looking for something I can ship. I'm not looking for something that's pretty. I'm looking for a plant that's durable, grows, knows what to do when you put it under a light with some water. It
Yeah.
doesn't pampering and babying and shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so I treat my plants like hell, dude. Like they have to survive a torture test for me to breed them. So
That's
I started, yeah.
that's the best way to do it, my friend. Some of the best breeders do that. They put it all through all type of. Why do you feel that that's so important?
Well, so if you pamper your plant and you have perfect conditions, what plant's not going to do good? Every plant's going to do good in this
Right.
But when you pass those genetics on to the next guy, if his environment is not perfect, what do you expect that plant to do in a less than perfect environment? And it's, you cannot expect it to do as good, for one.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, especially if you're breeding in those perfect conditions generation after generation, that plant forgets its survival instincts, right? It forgets how to like respond well to those harsh conditions. And so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you fall out of spec, man, your plant's it's not gonna perform. Whereas you have a plant that had to survive like basically dying 3 times, getting dried out, not had any nutrients and having to come back. And then that
Wow.
thing comes back and is performing. That's the fucking keeper. Like I was running a garage, 110 degrees, no air conditioning, no dehumidifier, just pure air exchange. And I had like 25, 30 plants I was pheno hunting out there. Straight up, dude, I forgot about them for like 3 days in the summer. Didn't water them, didn't feed them. And then I got lazy. I got disgruntled. I was like going out there like, I think 3 times in flower I fed these things, right? We're talking 2-gallon pots, 8 foot tall, 2-gallon pots, 6, 7, 8 foot tall plants all the way up to the ceiling, getting up in the hood of the HPS lamps and shit. And the ones that performed in that environment are the ones I bred. So now go ahead and put those plants in a perfect condition. They'll do fucking great. But also put those plants in a less than perfect condition. They're going to find a way to perform anyway.
That's right. So, what are some of your ideal things you like to? What did you say? That you still rock with to this day? Ice what?
Lemon ice. Yeah, it was. So it was skunk number 1, amnesia haze, lemon skunk, and northern light, which is the fast flower version of ice.
Shout out to Smokelahoma. Shout out to Mr. Quiet the Kind Seeds, AD Grow, Shot Town stuff. Shout out to Mr. Fat Nugs. Shout out to all of y'all. What So I've been seeing lately. There's a lot of lemon terps on a lot of cannabis lately. What is that about?
Hey, man, I don't know, but I love it.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. It tastes citrusy. I love it. I rock with it. I'm smoking the spirit crack right now from Mr. Quiet the Kind Seeds.
So what I chase, man, is the effects. The terp usually comes with the same effect profile. And the lemon terps to me give me a real like a pillow fight high. That's the best way I can explain it. Like there's no way you could be mad about your life in the midst of a pillow fight. You get popped around, man, you're laughing your ass off, breathing heavy, sweating and shit. Like, all the lemon terps get me, man, and I love that effect, So,
yeah, they said lemon is yummy. LOL. Chi-Town said that. So back in the day, when you saw your father back in the day with that, when you saw that, what did you immediately you didn't know about cannabis, right?
I mean, I feel like it is embedded in my genes, dude. Like,
I'll
tell you a story, man. Because I've shared this with a few people, and it kind of hits home with me still to this minute.
Yeah, please.
It's like, so I was real young, man, and I had this thing happen to me with my family that didn't go well for me that night. All right, I was like 2.5, maybe 3 years old, and I had blocked this shit out until I was like 42. I was smoking. I was smoking some head smog, and this head smog has got geraniol or geranol. It's like the geranium flower. It's a very aromatic floral. It's kind of not like a hard to find terp, but it's not a common terp. and I had some weed called Head Smog in it. It was 5.8% terps tested, and
Shit.
3% of that was geranol. And so the geranol is an industrial strength like fragrance. So they use this shit for like carpet powder and like car air fresheners and like, laundry detergent, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was standing on the front porch of my parents' friend's house at about 3 years old, and I smelled weed. And I said to my sister, who was 4 years older than me, that weed smells better than mom and dad's. My sister spacked me, bro. And she was like, or no, I'm sorry. I said it to my sister. My mom spacked me. And she's like, don't say that. And I got in trouble. Like, I can't remember every fucking detail, but I got in trouble. I got sent downstairs to play with the other kids. And I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Right. So I fucking fell asleep. I cried myself to sleep on their carpet in their basement, which they had probably just used some of that like extra strength pet odor removal carpet powder from like Dollar General.
Yeah.
That extra strength shit, and that traumatic early childhood event and that terp from that carpet powder had left like a scar.
An imprint.
And it wasn't until I was smoking some Head Smog that much geraniol hit me right in the brain, and it all like, dude, it was like somebody hit the chimes, like, I was standing on the front porch. I could smell the rain. I could smell like the leather seats of my dad's Cutlass. Like, for real, I was like there again. Yeah.
Isn't it funny how cannabis, it like ignites nostalgia in you? Isn't that how many times has that happened to you?
Quite a few, and I think there's definitely some science to it, right? So if you see something or hear something or smell something, it's part of that experience and that memory. And if it's a good experience, you're going to remember it. If it's a bad experience, you're going to kind of block it.
Right.
So if you're having a good time with some weed, you're young, it's the first time you felt that way, having a good time with the homies, you're kicking it, let's say it's a one-time thing and whatever. A couple years go by and you smell some weed, that's very similar to weed. You're going to be right back there. It's going to bring you back every time. It's not like you have to try. It's just a natural, function of the human brain.
Yeah, I agree. How weird is it that cannabis gives off terps? Like, let's say all weed, but the stuff even growing outdoors, it smells like things that have already existed. How is that possible? How is that possible?
That's wild as fuck, right? So, like, what other plant can produce every single smell?
Right. Like, how is that possible?
Like mint or fruit or like animal or like a rotten tooth or like, it'll have every, like, I got some shit growing behind me in this tent. It smells like rotten meat at the bottom of a hot trash can, homie. Like, I don't even want it out of my house. It's disgusting. And like, how? How does this?
Where do you think? Because I do a lot of research on cannabis, and I found that a lot of cultures were smoking this stuff back in the day. So if it's that old, well, first off, before we get off of that, how do you feel about the legalization of the rescheduling of this thing? Shout out to 517. He's in the building.
Shouts. I try to stay away from the laws in general.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What happens with the cannabis rescheduling shit that's going on right now is it's so politically connected. So there's no way to disassociate what they're doing with this.
Yeah.
With their political agendas.
With their political BS.
Yeah, and that's not, I ain't trying to be, the minute I start watching that and responding in my life to that shit, the minute my page becomes a politics fucking page or a religion page or some like highly opinionated, fuck that. My page is about cannabis, and as soon as I start paying attention to that shit, everything ruins it, dude. Money ruins cannabis. Laws ruin cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
if you
And
want
that's
to take
what the whole
out of it all,
experience.
yeah, it ruins it so quick. So like, real quick though, surfactory opinion on that is like that shit with the rescheduling, or that they took the loophole away, and everyone's freaking out. Oh my god, seeds are going to be illegal.
Yeah, what is?
Well,
Why
they're
did
going to
they?
be felons again. And then 2 weeks later, oh, we're just going to reschedule the whole goddamn plant. It's just legal now. And it's like, yo, motherfuckers got, you know what I'm saying? They got you on this treadmill of,
This hook.
yeah, just fished
I'm not.
in.
All I know is that as long as they, do you feel like if they let it into the pharmacies, that'll play a role on the indoor cannabis growers?
Hold up. How much time we got? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is it.
Talk to me.
I talk about it. Yo, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about because I'm a medical patient, I'm a medical caregiver, you know, and I've always been curious, you know, for a long time, what happens when it's legal federally? And now I've got this medical condition and I can go get, you know, let's say name your fucking cancer drug or heart medicine or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I can flash my insurance card. I can walk out the pharmacy with $1,600 worth of meds for a $5 copay. What happens when everybody in America is charging their cannabis to the insurance company? And you as a grower, let's say, are now getting $400 an ounce again because your shit's medical grade. And the patient is paying a $5 copay and the insurance is picking up the $395 an ounce. What happens? What happens? Think about that.
If they're picking, all that money's going to the insurance company?
Think about it. If cannabis gets treated like, you know, let's say some some cancer treatment, right? It's a drug.
Yeah.
Saves it, this medicine saved my life more times than I can count. So why wouldn't it be treated as such? So what happens if it does go legal and you can walk into the pharmacy and get a $400 ounces of medical grade for a $5 copay and your insurance pays for it? Why wouldn't it work that way if it is a medicine just like every other medicine at the pharmacy?
Right.
Right? And now who starts getting paid again? You know, the grower or the people providing the genetics. So
Is
now,
okay.
does Big Pharma want every home grower now to be killing it at $7,500 a pound growing some medical grade cannabis for the pharmacy? No, they ain't gonna let you get away with that, dog. The fucking Big Pharma, the government, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that are gonna get that money, bro. They see this. They're not stupid. Like, if I could think about this, they've definitely thought about this.
These things that I'm thinking about. So you're saying that all that money. Well, okay. So what if we? What if we
No, it's
let
not
them?
legal. So that's not the case. Right now, that's not the case. Insurance does not pay for your medical cannabis.
Right.
What would it take for that to happen, though? And so I think federal legalization of the plant would be a step towards that. So
Yes, I think so too.
So if it's federally legal, we could do federal like funded research. We could actually have scientific studies done on this shit. Have it classified as an actual fucking medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, man, I ain't trying to go down no conspiracy theories either, because that goes right into the why is Big Pharma stopping cannabis from being consumed by people in the first place? Probably because it would take away, in my case, the 5 pills a day I was on. Miserable, not sleeping, not eating, you know, looking pathetic. Yeah, and so in 2019, they canceled me off 5 pills and gave me my prescription.
That's
right, yeah. So you know, name them off. It's like an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, like a heart pill, a fucking, sleeping pill, a fucking whatever pill, dude. And then it was like, I had eaten or slept or had a good day in weeks. I go into
That's right, James.
the doctor's office, man, like 20 pounds lighter than I was before the doctor sent me down this path of pills.
Yeah.
And what the replacement for the past 7 years running.
Yeah. Good for you.
I don't use so people who watch my page, like, I don't use nutrients, dude. Like, I feed my plants the scraps out of my kitchen. So I don't buy soil. I really buy soil. I don't buy bags. I sew up the fabric bags after I tear them out to get my shit out. Like, so now all the medicine I have is right there, like literally in that room. That's where I do all my work in my garden. I ain't got to go. I ain't got to drive nowhere.
So you don't why don't you like the bottled nutrient scene?
A lot of reasons. Number one, believe it or not, is the waste. The plastic bottle that you got to throw away every month.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've got tired of buying these effing things a long ways back. All right, I'm tired of it. We're now using compost. We got compost. If you see our page, we compost. We use banana fertilizer. We still get set nutrients.
Banana water.
I still use them. But I want to get off of them too.
No, I got some salts. Like, in between times, like feeding organically is time consuming. You got to plan 3 weeks ahead.
Yes, you do.
And so let's say you get in a pinch, you get behind on your gardening, and you got to flip. You don't have any dry amendments. You didn't cook your soil for a month. You're going to go get a 3-part general hydroponic system, and you're going to put 2 milliliters per gallon in that shit, and you're going to be just fucking fine.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you want your weed to taste good, you're going to use some organics. You're going to use some ferments. You're going to use that compost, earthworm castings. You're going to have living soil with microbes in it, right?
Yeah. Shout out Agronomics. That's right. Shout out Mr. Koi. Shout out to all you guys in here. You ain't lying. We're trying to go towards the organic way because I'm tired of spending money on this shit. I don't mind some salt. I don't mind everything. You know what I'm saying? But like for the pocket.
There's at least a million fucking ways to grow cannabis, homie.
Oh man. Man. What did you find that made you want to start reusing your soil? Why? Why organic and things of that nature?
Well, kind of a funny story. I mean, the town I was in just had like shitty trash service, and like I had a small yard I was renting when I first came to New York State, and I just couldn't have like a fucking pile of dirt in my yard. I couldn't be like throwing away grow bags, bro. Everybody's gonna know what you're doing if you got a pile of, it was a small.
We're in New York too, bro. Yeah.
Dog. And the city, the village they call it here, was like 1,200 people.
Yeah.
I'm the new guy in town. I'm the new guy in town. You're gonna expect me to just be throwing away some grow bags like every 3 weeks? You got to pile that shit out for. You're gonna see what.
I try to wash my grow bags, bro. A lot of people on Instagram are like, "When the last time you washed those bags?" Those bags, like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, they want you to spend, and I'm like, bro, if it's not you, if it's not my light, you like, I got a bar light, but if it's not my light that you're not satisfied with, you want to buy $1,000 light. Like, if it's not organic, you want me to go and invest in $500 a whop in nutrients.
Nah. See, man, you're hitting home with me big time because I'm so cheap, like, by heart. Like, it's not that I don't have money. It's like I don't want to spend money on shit I'm going to throw away. And I watch my bags, dog. So I put them outside. We got a winter here in upstate New York. You throw them outside, let them freeze. You ain't got no fucking problems after those bags are negative 20 degrees for about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't even want it, bro. I just throw more dirt in there.
See, so nothing. So you're saying that's why I'm not so big on freaking washing these pots. They're gonna get dirty.
They're gonna get dirty.
If you
had a problem, you better throw them in the freezer, throw them in the microwave oven, or wash them. But like, if you didn't have a problem, like, what are you doing? You're just wasting water.
Yeah, I know that's right. How do you feel? how do you feel about flushing?
Man, you got all the questions tonight, dog.
Oh man, I've been wanting to talk to you for a hot minute, man.
How does Mother Nature flush if you got a plant growing outside in the dirt in the ground?
I've never seen it flush. It just rains.
So for the last 50 million fucking years that this plant's been growing outside, how many times did Mother Nature flush that shit out for 10 days before she harvested it?
Exactly. So I remember people are like, flushing gives you more better taste. I'm like, but where's the evidence of that?
Well, because you're using salt-based nutrients that build up on the plant in such a way, like you're forcing the nutrients in with the pressure from the salt, and like you got to get that out of the way. And then when you get that out of the way, sometimes you flush too much shit out, and sometimes there's those genetics that, and then by the time you're done flushing, it look like some puffed air and burning faster than a fucking meth fire in Arizona.
Absolutely. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I don't understand the waste of water. Like, who doesn't have a water bill? Who has a water bill just to like that?
I'm saying, dog. Yeah. I mean, the best grow I ever had was sour D outside. It was in a bag. Yeah, it was just sour D. I'm pretty sure it was Katsu with Bluebird sour D out of a bag seed. And which, go ahead and cap on the bag seed, bro, but sour D is a self-pollinating plant by nature, and the lowers are always going to fucking throw a couple male parts. It's a survival tactic of the plant, and we want it to be that way. Yeah. So if you don't clean up those lowers, you're always going to have a little bit, if you don't lollipop, the sour D is always going to have those lowers. So bag seed and sour Ds is normal, everyday life. But I grew that in a bag outdoors, and I fed it rainwater.
Mr. Kawhi and James. Ritual is in the building. Shut up. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Ciao. Yeah, rainwater and sunshine, dog. And when it wasn't raining, I had a well, because where I was living, it was well water. I just pumped water straight out the well into the bag. I got 33 ounces off one plant, water and sunshine in a 22-gallon bag.
So you weren't feeding or anything?
Nothing.
How are you doing that?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if I could do that, and I didn't know exactly, it wasn't like a planned thing, dog. It was like the year that they went legal. What was it, 2021?
Yeah, here. Yeah.
I was smoking weed, and when the news came on, I had a seed pop out of a bud. I was like, floating that motherfucker.
Dude, it's so funny. It's so dope when you just grab a bag seed, right? And it grows some of the. My very first plant was a bag seed, and it was some of the most fire shit I've ever.
So yeah, back to where we started with like the pampering of the genetics and shit.
Yeah,
it's almost like as hard as you're trying as a breeder to do the right thing by getting the conditions perfect, giving the plant everything it wants, breeding it with a compatible other plant. You're taking more away from that plant than you're giving to it. Because it's now that rich kid that had everything handed to him for 3 generations. Mm-hmm. So when this motherfucker has to deal with some hardship, guess what? He's gonna be on his knees crying for somebody to come save his ass. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whereas if you get the domestic abuse survival garden back here behind me, you want to come out and rob his ass, fucking, break his fucking shit up. It's fine. It's another day for that plant, dog. It deals with that all the fucking time. Bring it,
That's right. That's why it's important for you. So why you put your plants through hell? Like, what type of hell are you putting your plants through to check them like that, man? I'm just asking.
Valid question. So when I was breeding the skunk that I made the triple double skunk, right? Yeah. You heard the triple double skunk, I'm sure.
I had.
Yes. So that was it's like an Afghani, is 96 Kentucky skunk crossed with 300 trucker skunk. And it took about 7 months to veg this motherfucker. It was the slowest growing plant. And when I finally got it to flower, I kept pushing harder and harder, man. Like increase the light levels, increase the temperature, increase the air exchange, just push, just try to get this fucking plant to grow. By the time she made it to flower, I was running 108-degree tent with a 600 watt HPS in addition to a 315 watt CMH in a 4x4 tent, positively pressurized tent, so it's blown up like a bouncy house.
Yeah.
28% humidity, 915 watts in a 4x4, just hooking it, dog. I think the BPD I calculated at one point was a 5.2.
Bro,
And,
yeah.
yeah, it was and so then, that same, not that exact plant, but the brother, the male I found off that pack, I used that to breed with, because I saw that plant could take a beating, dude, and it was just like praying. It was like, oh, and I didn't feed it. And I put so much garden lime in this motherfucker. The soil became calcareous, like that cracked, deep cracked, like soil, like on like a mountain fucking tundra where it's like always dry and cold and sun, like high elevation sun that you ain't got no atmosphere blocking your shit from. Like,
Jesus.
I could see that plant doing good up there. And, so I kind of took that like resiliency, that toughness of that plant, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna harness that. So I did some breeding with it, man, and it's the hybrid vigor, is a thing. And the hybrid
vigor.
Hybrid vigor.
What's that? The hybrid vigor.
Hybrid vigor. So
teach me tonight.
So now you know my whole secret. So I've been chasing this thing. And when you breed two plants that had never been bred together before, so
in time,
ever, yeah. So you take like something from Taiwan, fucking Thai plant, and you mix that motherfucker with a South American, fucking sativa, right? And those two plants had never been fucking bred before. That first generation of plants is going to be extremely fast growing, extremely durable, very consistent in like the different phenos that you'll get. They'll all look very similar. They'll grow very aggressively. And then you breed to an F2, you don't get that effect. It's like that first time. So I did Lemon Kush with Staten Island Chem. And I did my research. I was like, man, has Staten Island Chem or Sour Diesel or Chem ever fucking been, does it have any type of Lemon Kush in its lineage? The answer is no. So I bred Lemon Kush to Staten Island Diesel, and that shit was rowdy, dude. Like, it was out of control.
Yeah?
Yeah. It had a high herm rate, so it needed some work. But it was like a test for me to see, did my research add up? And so every time I breed, I try to make sure I'm hitting some hybrid vigor and that those plants didn't have like cookies coming in from this, cookies coming in from this side, sour coming in from this side, sour coming in from this side. They got to have no common ancestry.
So you are a breeder.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to touch base on when and what got you into breeding.
Shut up, man. You didn't know I was a breeder.
Of course I knew, but like that's not really what you Of course I've heard of you being a breeder, but not like that. But like you're a breeder. Like you breed your own strains, and you put your. Yeah. I'm learning through all of this as I go. I knew you were a serious legend in the community, man.
Man, just stop it.
It's the truth, and I don't want any genetics or nothing like that. I get flowers when they're needed, bro. Like. Right. Shout out to you. I've got goosebumps talking to you. You see that?
I can actually see the goose. No, so yeah, man, this is crazy. So the hybrid vigor and doing a little bit of research. Just go to seedfinder.eu and type in your fucking strain and see, does this, track back and have common parents on the male and female sides. And sometimes you have to guess, like nobody really knows where the fuck sour came from.
Right,
nobody. There's a couple strains that are just legendary and shit. So you got to like you got to take an educated guess about it. But you can kind of figure it out. And then like once you start doing this, man, you start to get to know the plant very intimate. You start to see these very small little traits being expressed that a normal eye wouldn't catch, you know, and I can like have a bunch of fucking raggedy ass looking plants back there on the floor looking like they're going to the garbage can, and I can tell you right now that one back there is going to give you a 5-pound plant if you put it out in the ground. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
so, yeah, it just starts to grow on you. No pun intended, but
Shout out to you, sir. Hold on, we got to answer. So first off, shout out to you, Sly. Loco was in the building. Mr. James said, just like the first time a boyfriend and a girlfriend get it on, it's like an atomic bomb. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, James. Mr. Kawhi said, there's a lot of tricks of breeding cannabis to cut corners to make polyhybrids. I don't know what that is, but is what he's talking about. You need separate genetics, but you can also use the same genetics you have. You just have to know how.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Constant Evolution is in the building. The legendary Jay Diesel. Do you see what everyone's calling you, brother? This shit is the truth. Shout out to you.
This is crazy. So yeah, there's some mathematics to it too. With
King
the genetic,
Jay Diesel.
I have not gone to any school, guys. Like, this is just based on like gardening, like my personal experience, right? And yeah, I have a very smart, better half, you know, in this household too, that is actually going to like school for shit. But there's like some math to it, right? So that F1 can give you hybrid vigor. Somewhere around an F4, you get the same effect again, and then like an F9, it'll happen again. So if you read the thing, yeah, and like, I swear to God, there's some science to it, like that I cannot claim to begin to understand, but it's there. So other people a lot smarter than me have done research and written Wikipedia articles.
If you hold on, 517 said, hold on, brother. I'm trying to keep up with all you guys. You got to say some great shit tonight. Truth got to breed your plants under hardship so they can pass resilience to the offspring.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out, Florida man.
I wrote an article about that, man, in the FLX 420 magazine.
You read that?
No, I wrote an article. A 2-page. About breeding. So if you have a plant survive powdery mildew, or you have a plant survive leaf septoria, breed that motherfucker, because the genetic markers for that resiliency are now activated, and they'll be captured in that bean and passed to the next plant. Will be like the surviving parent that just beat leaf septoria, for example.
What is leaf septoria?
It's like those spots, those like yellow, look like spots, and they'll just get worse and worse, and it just kind of.
That's I had it. Okay, you're talking about the disease for a plant.
So if a plant beats out a disease, and then you have an opportunity to breed that plant before it dies, you've now captured that resiliency. And so if you intentionally do that, which the crew, Team J Diesel, is doing, like, we're spread out, bro. We're spread out from coast to coast, but mainly in the Midwest and New York. So we're going to intentionally breed plants that have survived a disease or a pathogen. And then we're going to send the genetics off to the other team members to do that same shit next year in their own garden. But find the one that has survived some bullshit and try to breed it.
And you can make a plant beat a disease?
No, the plant will beat the disease, but as a breeder, what you do is make a good observation and note that you saw that. So, you know, you'll have a row of plants. Let's say you have 6-8 plants in your backyard. Powdery mildew hits 5 out of 7 of them. And for some reason, 2 of them just don't seem to be that affected. Or they get affected, but they beat it back and they continue to perform. So that plant now has activated its genetic markers to beat that specific thing.
Oh my God, I love this fucking plant, dude.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
It has the actual defenses in it.
Yeah.
So
there's a whole part of it. Dude, I'm going to get the magazine. Hold on.
Oh God, we have the legendary Jay Diesel in the house. Shout out to everyone in here. I apologize if I'm not following the comments. The black spot that's on all my plants have in the beginning. Oh, I got you, Mr. Kawhi. Our neighbors are going to kill us. Baby. No, shout out to wifey. How did you come across to write in an article in a magazine, bro? No, this dude. Oh, come. You're the first. How did it come about? What is all this shit, Mr. Diesel?
So, man, I couldn't get medicated off the weed I could get my hands on. The genetics, the bud. The last time I cried real tears from cannabis was when I bought it from the E-Tane dispensary. It was Tangy Cross to Sour D and had those little tiny undeveloped seeds. They're called ovules. And it's not a full seed. It's like a flat, like yellow shell. And it was all throughout the bud, and it fucking ruined it, dude. It was 55 and an eighth, and that shit stunk so bad I had to air out my house. And I was like, fuck this. And, I got a medical card. I'm not as sick as some people who really got some shit they're dealing with. If they need some meds, bro, I'm telling you, that bullshit you're finding is not medicine. It's not going to get...
I'm trying to tell my wife that and to tell the kids that.
It's not that your tolerance is high or that, fucking...
It's just bullshit.
Yeah. It's all just bullshit.
It's not that
the real meds are out there. They're back there. They're hiding. They still exist. You just got to do it right.
Yeah, I agree. So, when did you... Wait a minute. The article, brother. How did you... What made you write in the article? What got in your mind of like, you know what? I want to write something and lay some pep down in some cannabis.
I'm trying to think actually right now. So I was going to an event in the Midwest in Chicago. I got invited out there to vend at the Terp Off, the Salts versus Organics Terp Off, and I was like trying to set up a good table, just have like a table with shit on it, So I had landed in the previous episode of Finger Lakes 420 by just like posting a pretty picture of a plant. So I met
the woman who owns that thing, that magazine, that Nikan.
Yeah, she loves my Sour D too. Yeah, here it is. So I got this picture.
How did I know it was a woman if I'm lying? It's the truth.
So that's Stank McNasty.
Oh, you got your fucking plant in the
So I picked up a pile of these magazines to go put on the table at this event, just so I look more cooler. And then I gave them a bunch of genetics, and I gave them a bunch of genetics. I gave them a couple of 20 bags of Sour D, and we ended up chopping up for a minute. And the dude just wrote me an email, man, like, I don't know, a week or so later. He's like, yo, I really like that conversation we were having. You should write an article about it in my magazine.
And you said okay? You've never written in it in the magazine before?
No.
How did that be? That's an accomplishment. How did you feel about that? Seeing your words.
Well, I felt pretty cool. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking, like you don't know who's going to read this, how they're going to judge you and shit. But I was like, fuck it.
Well, judge you how, bro? You can't get mad if you have your own experiences with the plant.
I mean, the haters be hating, bro. They're professional. You got to commend their.
Oh God!
Like, they be hating.
I mean,
I just wasn't sure if I wanted to deal with all that, but I didn't have to. In fact, I got a few like random like shouts on Instagram where like people are like, "Oh man, I was standing in this store and I overheard this conversation about this topic I thought was interesting, and then I saw your article, so I thought I'd hit you up or whatever."
Yeah, dude.
So,
this has been a long time collaborative effort with you. What guy?
We're friends that never met because you're tight with Constant, man, and he's a
shout out Constant Evolution.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good friend, and he's been a really good person to work with. Absolutely,
that's my dog, man. We recently relinked because I lost contact with him for a while, but when I recontact with him, I was like, "Bro, what are you doing? Hey,
I'm going to embarrass this motherfucker." So you know how me and him hit it off, right? With the bromance? You know how it happened? So
say it again. Say that again. Ask that again.
The bromance between me and Constant Evolution.
Tell me.
So one of my first crosses, man, Staten Island Lem. Staten Island Diesel across the Lemon Kush. He grabbed the testers. He grabbed the testers and he bred that shit and sent them back to me with a little note that said, "Cheers, J Diesel." And he crossed my shit. He feminized it and crossed it to his shit. And then we had Staten Island Inferno because he hit it with Dante's Inferno across the lemon cherry gelato. It was a wild one, dude. That weed was insane. That shit, like, dude, that was the first time I got over a pound out of a 4x4 without even fucking trying to. Like, it just would not stop stacking. Yeah.
How do you shout out to Constant Evolutionist Mandel. We're growing some of his genetics on our outdoor, man.
He's been 2 steps ahead of me.
It's about time, too. Sorry.
No, he's been 2 steps ahead of me this whole time.
Yeah,
so
dude. Yeah. Listen, it's now we're on Constant Evolution, but it's been a long. I've never met anyone around me in my area that is as knowledgeable and a breeder and really grows. If they are, they're hiding. But he's actually doing. Like, I know you're here. I didn't ever think I can get an interview with you, Mr. Diesel. So shout out to you.
I'm just a normal fucking guy.
Shout out to you. You need to teach these fucking bigger wigs or whatever they are how to be human. You know what I'm saying? How to be. You're humble. I didn't think you would be.
Hey, man, look, I try, man, because, like, nobody likes that shit. And so we did a vendor day, almost a month ago now, at the grocery store in Syracuse, you know. So I was trying to hype it up. The idea was to drive people to the store because they're putting our seeds on the shelf, you know. So they're putting our seeds on the shelf. Kind of like the deal was like we'd do a vendor day. You know, we'd go and set up a table and chop it up with the customers and shit. And I was like, man, I'll take it to the next level. We did a raffle bucket for like weeks leading up to the thing. And I was trying to send everyone to the HCG, you know, grow shop and shit. And everyone was buying these $5 raffle tickets, man. And we ended up getting $540. And we all agreed we would just turn that into the CNY food bank, you know, so.
CNY.
Yeah, the food bank in Central New York.
Dude, you gotta when you do a freaking event, please just hit me in the inbox like, yo, this is happening.
For sure.
You're right there with the camera, bro. Seriously. Yeah, I'll come and film your shit and let you see what you do.
Yeah, everyone's hurting, man. It ain't just you and just me. Like, all these stores are struggling. And, you know, to get people into the store to buy shit, you know.
Yeah.
Using the Amazon, stop buying everything from online, go to eat local, shop local, be local, bro. Keep it local.
Yeah.
And that goes with your genetics, your weed, your food, your everything you can, dude. Like, it's just better, you know. It's the way to do it.
I got to say something though.
Me
and my wife, BB Cakes Rachel. Shout out to BB Cakes. Yesterday we found, what was that smoke shop that we saw uptown that just made it? And it was.
Oh, I don't even know what it's called.
How expensive? Mm-mm. See, this is why I don't go in those shops, bro. This is just overpriced. I try to give it a chance. I try.
Yeah. I mean, not every single business that's local is going to mean that it's good, but you've tried. Yeah. And that is the important part, is that we
really do.
Yeah. Is where your heart's at, and you're not, you know, trying to just
grow thing
or, you know, get over on everyone around you. And
where are those fucking papers? Look, there's no reason this should be close to $4. They're just papers.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Bro,
yeah,
we were going in there to shop, maybe get some stuff. And when they said this with the papers, I was like, don't even look at the bongs. She was looking at knives. I was like, don't even look at that shit. I mean, overpriced. I'm like, I was scared about this. If this is paper, bro, if you think for 1 second everything else isn't sky ass high, I didn't even ask. I just got some papers and left. I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah, man. And
we're never coming back here again.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It sucks, man, because I definitely have had that same experience. And, you know, I lived close to a reservation. So, you know, they all want to see us whiteys die anyway. So they'll sell us all the cigarettes, gas, and casino time.
No.
No, so I get these like natty wraps or the cheap papers, because otherwise I'm on Amazon. I'm getting the 65 cent.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's
exactly. I know we probably shouldn't, but if maybe we had a little bit in our little town. Like, I'm not in a city. I'm in Soda. So everybody knows where I am. But like, I'm in a small town near Rochester. Maybe how long is Rochester away?
Half hour.
Half hour. So I'm out here in the. This is where
Is
we
it to the east
prefer.
or to the west or to the north?
Is it east to the west or the north?
Call it east. It's east.
We're east.
Yeah, we are
So
east of
you're
Rochester.
We're
closer
east
towards
of
Buffalo.
Rochester.
You're on the Buffalo side, not the Syracuse side.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so you are okay. All right. Yeah, I'm
But
about an hour away from Rochester.
if you guys
Depends on
do
what part you go
any
to.
events, man, hit me up so I can pull up. I pull up and show love, like, and
Yeah.
everything. Because it's not. We don't get that out here. We have to travel for it. You know.
Well, we're gonna do an event at OG Green Thumbs soon, next couple weeks. He had some problems at his shop with like ice caving in the ceiling of the roof and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and like, life's already hard, man, at the grocery stores. So he's got my seeds on the shelf, and I appreciate him for doing that. So we're gonna go out and show some
Man.
love, get people out of his shop, buying his shit.
Where is he?
I think it's Clay, New York.
Where and what is the date?
We haven't set a date yet, but
When
it's
you
gonna,
have it, let me know. When you have it, let me know.
I'm gonna let you know. And then we're also gonna be doing one in Ithaca at the Planted Earth Hydroponics.
I love Ithaca.
You like Ithaca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wifey loves Ithaca. We might pull up to that one. I
All
know
right.
Ithaca because I know
We'd love
Ithaca.
to see you there, man. Land a big ass hug on you.
Bro, I got you. It's nothing but love, bro. We're coming. Just give us the date.
Great. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make it happen because the thing at HTG Supply went so good, man. It was like we turned that grow shop into a club, dude. Like they had to shut the lights out and to clear the place out at 5. I ain't kidding. It was crazy. It was
Right.
absolutely over the top.
And
Everyone's
people are having a good time.
Man, it was so special. I almost cried. So there was people of all walks of life. Old people, young people,
That's
dark
right.
people, good people, rich people, broke people, right? And at the end of the day, everyone had kind of cleared out. They cut the lights. And I opened up a couple jars and just set them on the table. I was like, yo, does anybody want to grab a bud? And and so I was like packing up and I had a bunch of shit laid out. And all of a sudden, like, I'm hearing like laughter. And I turn around and look. And like, there's probably 9 or 10 people all like huddled over this like 8-foot banquet table. Hey, let me get a bag. Yo, can I get a bud of that? Oh, here you go. Nobody's asking for a scale. Nobody's asking for money. Nobody had even met each other until that fucking day. And everyone was just like, yo, can I try something here? I want you to try some of this. Let me get some. It was like perfect, dude. It was like the epitome of the way cannabis community should be operating.
That's exactly what cannabis does. It brings us all, ganja, herb, weed, marijuana. It brings us together, man. It ain't known that. I've never known this to make you mad. I've never known this to make you mad, man. That's just in you. If that's the case. Yeah, bro. So
Facts.
I'm going to ask you a question. Right now, I want to ask you a real question. How does it feel having your seeds on shelves? Something you've made, you brought it from here to here. To like, what does that do for the sense of self-satisfaction?
I've become ethereal. So like So my triple double skunk is registered on seedfinder.eu. If you type in triple-double space skunk on Google, I am the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12 results, either Wallapini Feedback or Feedfinder or Instagram or Threads or Reddit or fucking X. Like that shit's everywhere. And so like, the aliens come and abduct me tonight. That's still gonna exist for the rest of forever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going nowhere. And like to wake up one day and be like, I am gonna breed Lemon Dream, and then a year, 2, 3 years later, have Lemon Dream. Like this motherfucker did not exist till I thought about it. Now it's real. Like
Lemon Dream.
That's wild as fuck. Oh yeah, Lemon Dream. That's the lemon ice we were talking about.
Yeah.
Comes to a Afghani skunk crossed with do-si-dos. and it hits exactly like it should. It's like Blue Dream, but lemon.
I've never had some of these other things. I've smoked a lot and grew a lot, bro. So I'm just trying to follow. I've heard of Do-Si-Do. I've heard of these names, but every strain is so different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm understanding what you're talking about, like with the Afghani. That's a big fucking plant.
I cannot get enough of some Afghani. Dude, I love. If anybody's got Afghani seeds that they would like to get rid of, I'll give you my address. You can send them to me. I will. I'm going to collect Afghani seeds like stamps when I'm 97 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, I'm over here saying, boy.
Tell me why you taught you love the Afghani like that. What is that? More than lemon, I hear. Is that the truth?
It's a very ancient version of cannabis that's been untainted. It's got those real raw, like, the roadkill skunk, but then it's also got like roses. It's got I've heard of terps that smell like blood.
No.
Yeah, dude, like the Afghan, and then so you got the indica, you got the sativa, and you got the Afghani. It doesn't fall. It's not a broadleaf. It's not a narrow leaf. It's kind of depends on the region.
What? You have the indica, sativa, and then you have the Afghani?
In my opinion, yes.
I mean, really?
Sativa, yeah, dude. That definition in genetics world was based on how wide the fucking blades of the leaf were. What the fuck does that act like?
Ooh, I hear you. I feel your passion, brother. You're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, man. Or you go and you start looking up shit, and you got an Afghan, Afghanistan, Afghani, and like, all right, hold up.
Wow.
I understand back in the 60s and 70s, y'all motherfuckers didn't have any type of consistency and everyone's winging it. But that's some bullshit, man. Where did that plant come from?
Yeah.
What did it look like? Describe it better than the Gani.
Do you think it was made on purpose? Or did it, you know what I'm saying? Do you think it was an accident? Like, do you think they know where it came from? Like, what if they don't?
Yeah. Oh, well, so they were in the war. People got on unemployment.
What?
Soldiers, yeah, army soldiers. They were deployed over.
Oh.
And before the Soviet, and I don't know the history here. I'm going based on genetics, cannabis genetics history. But before the Soviets came in to basically occupy Afghanistan, when they did, they had cleared out, all the opium poppy plants, all the cannabis plants. Like they were torching fields. They're
right. I see. Yeah.
Before that happened, there were some genetics out there that the world may never fucking see again, dude. Like, those bricks of the hash, bro. Where you see these motherfuckers putting a little bit on a pin, and sniffing it through their nose, and being ripped for 4 hours. Like, you ain't getting that off no goddamn Girl Scout cookies. No matter how fucking hard you try, you could press that shit through a 220 micron 17 fucking times, and you will not get as high as that fucking Afghani hash, bro. Never. Ain't gonna happen.
You've had Afghani hash?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I grew up in the 90s. Outside of Chicago, bro. Yeah, we had some good,
Now that it's legal here, I know me, let me speak for me, I'm just now getting a whole gist of everything cannabis. Like, this is a lot of strains, and it seems like you guys have already knew about all these strains. You guys have been already breeding. You guys have been already smoking this stuff. You guys have already known about all this stuff.
I mean, you seem like an extremely young person. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm 42.
Yeah, so it's like, you've been around too, man. I mean, I think what happens is when you're passionate about this medicine or this plant because of what it is saving your life for some reason, or it's improving your life in such a dramatic way, that you find this way to cut through the bullshit much more effectively than a person who is not getting their life saved by this plant. So you're going to cut through the fucking boof, the za, the fucking the gelatos, the fucking runts. Like, yeah, whatever, man. I ain't trying to hit no yields. I'm trying to grow some medicine. And once you start figuring out that, okay, I just named like 3 strains are in fucking everything. All of a sudden, you've just cleared 80% of the strains off your list of shit you were trying to sort through to figure out what's what. So once you take cookies out of the genetic list, what the fuck is left? And we were ruining, like, the community was collectively ruining cannabis by breeding cookies with cookies back to cookies. And, you got this whole fucking tree of genetics, and we're off in this one little branch breeding in circles, wondering, well, how come we're not getting any weird good shit? Well, because there's a whole fucking tree of genetics over here, and you guys are on this one little branch called Girl Scout cookies, wondering how many times you can cross a pheno back. It's like,
how do you feel?
It's gonna be the same fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So let me touch base on how did you feel about the cookie run?
So
tell me the truth. It's okay. I don't.
Cookies
it's
slap.
weird to me.
So cookies are like almost like a no-brainer. You're going to get a good yield. It's a durable, sturdy plant. It stacks. It does good indoors. And what happened was that's a good plant. And right around the time, what was it? Let's say 2008, 2010, 2012. Everyone loved cookies so much, and everyone's trying to chase that high. And the breeders and then the growers, and then all of a sudden, growing weed's really profitable back then, and you can get $3 a pound. And so you want the shit that stacks, and now you've flooded your market in your local community, so you need to ship that shit. Well, what packs really well in a fucking food saver bag? Girl Scout cookies does, and so yeah. And so next thing it's like all cookies, bro, and like we kind of like we dulled down the effect by breeding the cookie back to the cookie with the cookie across the
I didn't even know they did that.
We didn't do it on purpose. But it was a lot of people chasing that the Jones's garden next door. This guy's getting a better yield than me. This guy's getting 2 pounds per plant or per lamp. This guy's getting 3 pounds per lamp. This motherfucker says he can get 4 pounds per lamp. So it's like, So that plant packs it on. It waits up quick. You find a pheno that finishes a little bit early and breed that. Next thing you know, you got a 48-day plant that's putting 3 pounds on your fucking garden. Every lamp, no problems. Like, why wouldn't you do that? And then it's like, well, you do that for 10 years, and all of a sudden the effects have been so watered down because you've been choosing a yield weight and packability or visual aesthetics, not effects, not terpenes, not hybrid vigor, not resilience, not durability. So like our genetics, man. And so I got this team. I haven't plugged the team, but I got this team, man, like constant, probably about 10 of us now, give or take. We all feel the same way about this shit. And number one rule, man, we don't baby our plants. Right. And we don't, you can outbreed the cookie, but it's best to just kind of steer clear of it for the time being. Because of that wave, dude. It's like, what, 15-year wave? Girl Scout?
Yeah. That's all you heard about for a very long time. Very long time. Okay.
Gelato, cake.
What about runts? I was just going to ask you about runts.
It's all Girl Scout cookies, homie.
It's all Girl Scout cookies? Runts is Girl Scout cookies?
Of Girl Scout cookies, yeah.
Who made the Girl Scout cookies? Burner
is fucking, yeah. And see, that's the other thing that pisses me off. So Burner had this empire he had built by coming up with this cross, and he had the name, and it was good. The weed slapped, is everything I just mentioned. And then he got to squabbling about like dumb shit like, well, who made the plant? Oh, no, it's mine. No, you stole it from me. And then it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? And then they squabbled themselves to death, and it's like,
he really was on that shit after being a millionaire?
He's still on that shit, as far as I know. I mean, I don't even track that shit though, because like
me either.
It's just such a low frequency to me. I can't hear it. What? My weed's too loud.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's why I asked. So you're stuck. That's why I asked you about all this, because well,
the crew I kick it with, man, like we're not worried about that. Like the last thing we're trying to even do is like make money because we're all just having a great time with this shit as is.
That's right. There's nothing like just getting together, smoking some weed, man. Where do you see yourself going before they even try to do anything crazy? Where do you want to see yourself going in the future? Like, where are you trying to push your brand, your goals, your aspirations for Jay Diesel?
Well, thank you for asking that, sir.
What? I don't fuck around.
For real. No, for real. We got plans, man. We got plans. I don't know if I want to, jinx myself and ruin the fun, but we want to provide genetics to the commercial farmer in New York.
Oh,
we also
God, please do.
We also want to provide genetics to every home grower in New York. And I also personally need to fix the medical cannabis market. And I will die fucking trying.
What do you mean, fix it? What's wrong with it?
All right, so if let's say you got cancer, let's say you got PTSD, or let's say you got whatever, and you go to the doctor for some cannabis, do you get a menu of genetics? And this cross is very effective for back pain. This cross is very effective for anxiety. This cross is very effective for depression. This cross is very effective. No,
you don't. That's genius.
And why?
That's genius.
Why doesn't that fucking exist, bro? Like, there are people who need this shit. Not because they want to fucking recreationally get it, or they have, like, whatever little minor. No, there's people who are fucking terminally ill.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be doped up on some fucking barbiturates. Yeah, dude, they want to enjoy their shit, and they want to not feel like they're dying. What's wrong with that? And so, or let's say you fell off a ladder and fucked your back up. What are you going to get, a morphine habit, or are you going to get some really good ganja? But you can't find the really good ganja because the medical market is fucking broke. So,
I would think that they would have choices, options for medical marijuana. So what do you get? Like, if you go, like, what?
Shitty dispensary that's overpriced, that treats you all weird, like you're in a fucking clinic, and it's the same bullshit. And in fact, I got friends in different states that will tell me right now the medical weed is absolute fucking trash. And
I bet it is.
They're like, don't buy this. Go to the rec market across the street. They got better prices. And like, what the fuck is up with that? What if I was dying, bro, and I actually needed this shit? And I'm like, standing in line next to some kids buying fucking Benjamins, on their lunch break. That's not medicine, homie. And those kids shouldn't be fucking consuming something that's medicinal on their fucking lunch break.
I agree 100%. I had this discussion with my wife. There's a difference between, I don't know what people. Go ahead.
You can like the smoke. You can like the light effects or the little bit of fucking focus, but, bro, I've had some weed where, like, you can't operate heavy machinery after you consume this shit.
You fucking kidding me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that exists today, and I will fucking make sure it's available to people who need it because, that's not your normal corner store cannabis. That's the shit that used to be, given by a doctor.
Is that outdoor grown?
I mean, it could be either. I would say probably some of the best that I've ever seen. People are gonna hate me for this. There's some light depths.
Some of those. That?
The outdoor greenhouse. Yeah, the greenhouse where they black out the light. Light deprivation.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like indoor and outdoor.
I got you. I know what you're talking about. I think
there's a controlled grow with the natural sun.
That's what we're trying to harness. I was just asking, like, do you think we should use a greenhouse out there? Like, this summer is going down, Jay Diesel. Like, we are going to be playing. We got so many little soldiers.
So Constant Evolution is the man behind this, man. He's got that flower tech. And I'm telling you what, if you have an outdoor greenhouse with the light deprivation, blackouts, and you run his fast flower techs, you could get 2 harvests in 1 year, 3 if you got some supplemental heating and supplemental lighting.
That's why I told. That's why I was like,
in
no,
the same
I
greenhouse.
gotta. What?
3 harvests in the same greenhouse versus the one that you're used to getting with the fast flowering technology.
You know, I personally feel like this is why I don't breed and I don't give a shit about it. I just want to grow and smoke. But I praise you guys for giving us
What's
these
up,
strains of
country
smoke.
boy?
I couldn't do it. Shout out Country Boy. Shout out Stone Dragons Genetics. Shout out to all y'all, man. I couldn't really follow all these damn. I apologize.
I
I'm
know
trying to
all
get
these people, man. Stone Dragon, man. Did you ever pop that 25 pack you won?
I'm still smoking your stuff, Mr. Kawhi. Right now, Spirit Crack.
Yeah, man.
So,
We got a lot going on over here. I would say between the team, we probably have upwards of 1,000 genetics in packs we have not been able to pop yet.
fuck.
We've probably got, oh man, I'm probably going to get bitched out by my kids. I think I went over. Yeah, I think I went over on picking up my children at 8:30 in front of high school. But man,
don't worry.
I shouldn't be laughing. They're gonna see this
if you
now.
gotta go, it's okay. What
I
you
mean,
say?
at this point, they're probably walking, but sorry.
No,
It's
go
warm
get
night.
your kids, bro. It's all right.
We're only a mile away from the school. It's warm out.
A mile. Where are you?
Okay. Yeah, man.
It's 8 o'clock. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they got extracurricular, man. You know, like play practice and shit.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
They like
I
to
got
do shit. Oh, plus my phone just said I got to turn it off because it's going to die.
Listen,
man,
homie.
we can do this again sometime, man, because I feel like you had some really good topics to bring up.
Plug yourself in right now. Tell people where they can find you, what you got going on, and we're out of here.
JDieselNY.com.
Yo, thank you so much, the legendary Mr. J Diesel.
Man, y'all gotta stop. You'll make me cry.
Thank you.
I appreciate your patience, though, man. It was really hard to get Instagram to cooperate with us, so thank you for just working through that, man. Yeah, we worked through it, man. Like I said, trauma bond.
Number love, brother. Thank you for coming on. I'ma holla at you, Mr. Stay legendary.
Yo, thank you. I love you for bringing me on.
Love you, brother.
Love everyone for jumping on tonight and just it's overwhelming, man. Thank you so much.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, peace.
Man, genetics and tone here. We all know about Camelot. Oh, we know. She's a bad, bad lady. Miss Camelot, she's one of them super sticky icky